Strong Woman. I don't know what just happened. Everybody said they couldn't hear me, so I had to go out and come back in. I am showing a video only tonight, not my face. Um, this video is about a young lady named Sade from Milwaukee, Sade Robinson. And the podcaster that's talking about her name is Steve. Check out Steve's channel. Say Unbreakable Strong Woman sent you over there. We're talking about black women coming up missing all over this country. This is the point I was making about the Cassie thing. I covered Diddy trial and put it in my own perspective because that's the hot topic. But I'm kind of getting pissed off because y'all so focused on Cassie and I never see y'all go hard for a black woman. I know y'all want to say, are you being racist? No, I never see people go hard for black women. If you a certain complexion, people go hard for them. I mean, y'all want to fight tooth and nail for Cassie, who chose to be a freak. She had a man 17 years older than her as her man for 14 years. Even her friend told her to leave, and she said, who I'm going to date that compared to Diddy? Who, Jay-Z? So that lets you know she's chasing money. Do I condone domestic violence? No. But I'm mad at every woman who sit here and defend Cassie, and I never heard y'all mention Sade. I never heard y'all follow this case. Sonia Macy, who was pawpawed by the police. Sandra Bland, who was pawpawed by the police. I never ever hear y'all talk about these black women. But y'all sit here and argue and ready to fight about Cassie, who enjoyed drinking piss. You can call her a victim all you want to, but she said it herself. She was the one calling the men for the parties. She had texted Diddy several times and said, I'm horny. I want to have an F off. But she the victim. Now I'm going to show you a victim right here. This is Steve. Like I said, go over to his channel. I think it's called the Dynamite Reason channel. Let him know Unbreakable Strong Woman sent you over there. Good guy. He cover a lot of real life stuff. He don't cover celebrities. And I got to keep stopping this video because that's YouTube's rule. Here we go.
I believe this guy did it. A lot of other people believe this guy did it. Evidence points to this guy, Maxwell Anderson, doing what he did to Sade Robinson. But a part of the case yesterday that they revealed may be something that could swing the jurors, and I hope it doesn't. And the reason why I'm saying this, I'll explain later on. But for now, take a look at the recap yesterday, and you'll catch what I'm talking about. And I'll come back in detail with my commentary.
Before I start, this news is about to play from Milwaukee. What Steve is talking about, I don't know if y'all paying attention to the law. When it comes to us and them, they always make excuses for their behavior. But when Carmela Anthony stabbed that kid and deleted him, they called him a thug. He facing first-degree deletion of a person. I mean, they want this little boy to get the chair. Now, this white man is a suspect for Sade. Listen what they say.
Stunning development in Milwaukee's first state murder trial.
Yeah, as lawyers smart over evidence discovered inside a safe in the apartment of a Milwaukee woman killed and dismembered on a first date.
Tonight, we're also getting our first look at the moment Sade Robinson left her home, never to return again.
The state also showed jurors police body camera video of Robinson's car found burned in an alley. This video shows the charred front and inside of a Honda Civic near 31st and Lisbon on Milwaukee's northwest side. Investigators say Maxwell Anderson killed Robinson, dismembered her, discarding her body parts all over the city, then set her car on fire to try and hide the crime.
Maxwell Anderson is being charged with homicide, arson, mutilation, and hiding a corpse in Sade Robinson's death. Prosecutors say Anderson killed Robinson after the two went on a first date April 1st of 2024. Hikers found her.
She met him at a restaurant. I think they both was working there, and I don't know what made her so interested in this older man. She's 19, he 30 something, and they went out on a date. She was last seen with him. The camera at her apartment showed her leaving. She was a college student, and she never came back home.
Leg in Cudahy's Warnemont Park the very next day. 15 witnesses took the stand on.
Oh, y'all might didn't catch that part. They found her head at the park the next day.
Day 3 of this trial, including Robinson's friends and co-workers.
Someone who's Hannah Hilliard is live at the courthouse following this full day of testimony.
And today, Hannah, we got a look inside Robinson's apartment.
All right, Deanna, Robinson's studio apartment on the Lower East Side of Milwaukee. Detectives here today describing her space as a pretty typical college student apartment. But there are some items discovered in a safe during a search warrant that the state tried to keep from the jury here today. The jury, for the first time, seeing Sade Robinson's home, inside and out.
You've reviewed all of this footage, and her car never returns to that lot.
That is correct.
Including security footage. The state says proves Robinson left her apartment in a black jacket, white top, and jeans on April 1st, 2024, in her blue Honda Civic, and never returned home. Inside her apartment,
it actually just reminded me of a college student's apartment. So it was a little messy, but you know, to be expected for someone who's younger.
the jury saw images.
Yeah, Miss Joyce, it happened last year, but this is the trial. That's why I'm talking about it. It happened last April, but the guy is on trial right now. And the defense attorneys, they trying to make excuses for this guy because he's a white man. I don't care what y'all say. This is the reason they making excuses for him. But Carmela Anthony, he's a criminal and a thug. But this white guy, listen what they say.
Of Robinson's kitchen, packed closet, bathroom, and toothbrush investigators used to collect DNA.
There was no force of anything, of like a break-in or anything like happening.
Did it appear that any struggle had occurred inside?
No.
During a break with the jury out of the room, a dispute over evidence.
The state would be objecting to that coming into evidence.
Prosecutor Ian Vance Curzan wanting to omit the discovery of drugs inside Robinson's home, found in a safe. Those items include marijuana and pills of meth. The state questioning its importance to this case.
As an offer of proof, there were no drugs found in her system. Those.
Do y'all hear that? I'm calling bull crap on it. She's a college student working. They claim they found drugs in her safe, marijuana and meth, but they didn't find nothing in her system. So I guess she was a drug dealer.
Those specific substances. So I don't know how it's relevant.
The defense wanting to point to any suspect other than Anderson.
Just like I think the state plans to go through everything that's found in Max's home, even if I don't like it. So I plan to go into it.
How do you find it relevant, other than just what was merely located?
There is a tie between drugs and violence.
The judge ultimately siding with
The defense said it's a tie with drugs and violence. They trying to make this girl out to be a drug dealer and this man innocent.
defense. The jury back in the courtroom learning of the drug discovery.
What does meth mean?
Meth?
Yeah.
I just use the short term for methamphetamines.
But that's a street drug, right?
Correct.
And then 18 grams of THC, obviously marijuana is not able to be purchased lawfully either.
Correct.
Investigators eventually finding Robinson's body parts across Milwaukee. Her blue Civic burned with her black jacket, jeans, and underwear in the trunk.
A lot of details today unfolding in court, Hannah. Sade's family in the courtroom for it all, and they're now reacting to the drug discovery tonight.
I don't think they found no drugs. I think they planted them. I'm just gonna be real. Ain't no way in the hell that young girl was selling no drugs. She wasn't using them. She didn't have none in her system. And I believe they planted them in there. Because now they trying to make her out to be the bad person, and she the one, they found her body parts all over Milwaukee. And not to mention, I don't know if y'all been following this case, when it first happened, they went to his house. They found like a fresh dug grave, like somebody had dug a deep hole, like they were gonna bury somebody in his yard. And he's sitting there now acting all innocent, you know, I didn't do anything. And the defense making her out to be the criminal. But in the Carmela Anthony case, he's a thug. No matter, even if he had both his parents, a student, he was a thug, gang banger, violent black boy. You see the games they play. And it's pissing me off. This is why I get mad at my people, especially black women who sit there and defend a woman that's not even of their race. And I know y'all gonna say, you making this a racial thing. Hell yeah, I am. Because y'all fighting for Cassie so hard. And when she chose to drink some of Sugar Gary piss, when she chose to have free calls for money, y'all taking up for her. Y'all following it. Y'all argue with people. Y'all dogging folks out. And your sister is all over Milwaukee, her body parts. And I don't even hear y'all mention her. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all don't mention real life shit like this. You don't even care. You're not even paying attention. And it's happening all around the United States. I don't hear none of you talk about Sonya Macy, who was pop out in that kitchen by the police when she grabbed that water. Now, nobody wrote her family, wrote a letter, stood on business. Y'all don't care. But when it's Diddy and somebody famous, you ready to fight everybody on YouTube. This shit is crazy to me.
All right, Deanna. So Robinson's family attorney says that these drugs, which were never lab tested, have no connection to this murder trial whatsoever. She goes on to say in a statement, quote, her mother and father are physically and emotionally suffering right now, so the focus must remain on the real issue at hand. Who murdered Sade Robinson and how was she murdered? Who burned her car? Who committed arson and why did they commit arson? Now, that arson was actually the focus of this afternoon's witness testimony from the prosecution.
Did you catch it? This guy's facing 4 felony charges. They're still talking about the first body part. They haven't even got past that. The leg, her right leg that was found on the shoreline or whatever they call it up there of Lake Michigan. Her right leg, they're still talking about that. They haven't got to where they found other body parts yet. And they brought 15 witnesses yesterday. So the state is, bringing witnesses, en masse out. But I got to be honest with you. They got to get to the meat and potatoes of this, because right now, the state is just bringing out a bunch of detectives of what they saw, what they looked for. And they don't have any type of, maybe because they're going slow with this, trying to, state every fact, but they're gonna have to get on this, because yesterday, if you've seen that video I just showed, and this is the reason why I'm making this video, I want you guys to pay attention. They said they went to her house, and then they said they had a deliberation about whether or not the defense could bring up the fact that Sade Robinson had drugs in her house. You see what I'm saying? And then the state said that don't got nothing to do with her getting killed and chopped up. The judge allowed it, so they brought it up in court.
The judge allowed that to come up in court. You hear me? Do y'all see what's going on? And they wonder why people got signs saying Black Lives Matter. For the ones that's not black, let me tell you why that shirt was made, that sign was made. For stuff like this. We gotta fight for everything. Those parents have to fight for the rights of their daughter who was chopped up on a date to prove she wasn't a drug dealer. It's certain words we're not supposed to say. I don't know why Steve's saying it. She wasn't a drug dealer. Because this man might walk. Just like all these officers walk. Just like the white girl who killed her boyfriend after the club when he was dogging black women, and one said he rather date a dog than a black woman, and guess who killed him? A white woman. So she got off. She didn't get charged, y'all. She didn't have to go to trial. She didn't have to pay a fine. They just wrote it off as an accident. Now let it have been the other way around and he would have shot her. Or it would be national news. So y'all wonder why we say Black Lives Matter? Because we don't matter. See, this is why I said they should have put Black Lives Matter too. I guess it'll make you feel better. I can't understand how people crying about a Black Lives Matter sign when they know damn well how they treat black people.
Said she had weed in a safe and she had meth pills. Now watch this. They're going to use that to try to get him off. And I'm going to tell you why.
Yeah.
You remember we covered the Tyree Nichols case.
Can we get our likes up,
Memphis,
please?
and so on and so forth, and sat in the courtroom for that trial, murder trial.
I need y'all to remember to push like. It's very important for everybody channel that you watch, not only mine. Please push like, the thumbs up. I hope that you all make some kind of comment. If it's just hello, I see all of you hellos. Hi to all of you. It makes a difference when you communicating with the bloggers or their videos. And make sure to watch 2 videos a day. It helps the channel. Thank you.
Right? Just last month. What did they do? One of the key things they kept doing, the defense lawyers kept bringing up, was the fact that, oh, he had some stolen credit cards in the car. You know, the stolen credit cards were found in his car. He was on drugs. That's why the police had to beat him to death like that. They couldn't hurt him. He was some Superman. No man could take that beating, only somebody under the influence or something. The police were saying on the thing, oh, he was on drugs, and he wasn't. And they got off. They got off, they swayed the jury, they stayed on that. Now, when somebody's murdered, and we'll just look at this case, the reason why I brought the Tyree Nichols case, so I want you to pay attention to how they can sway the jury by putting a negative shadow over the whole case and take people's mind off the obvious. This girl shouldn't be dead. Date nap or not. You know what I'm saying? She should not be dead. And she shouldn't have been handled the way she was handled.
Tony.
In such a brutal way with her body parts scattered all over.
Miss Janice, how you doing, Joe?
The word meth, did you hear the defense attorney? What is meth?
Rebecca.
That's a street drug, right? Yeah. See, then they start bringing it up and putting it up. Now she had a safe in the house. Weed and meth, the big word meth. She had meth pills. I guarantee you, this is what they're doing now. Once that comes up, it sway the juries.
They want the jury to think that it could have been somebody else that deleted her due to she's a drug dealer. It could have been a robbery. She could have been in the streets. She could have been a gangster, a thug. They putting that in the juror's head. And 9 times out of 10, even though they're in Milwaukee and Steve covered one in Memphis, every time you see a jury trial, tell me, am I lying? Have you ever seen an all-black jury? Have you ever seen 12 people up there that's all black, all Mexican, all Hispanic, all Asian? Have you ever seen that? But we always see all Caucasian people. We always see Caucasian people, and then they have a sprinkle. One black, one Hispanic, you know, one Indian. You never gonna see an all-black juror. Why is that? Why is that? You know, when I went through my situation and the Hispanic man asked the judge that in my defense, he said, I don't think we are of her peers because I don't see one black person. It was not one black person out of all the people in my city. You know what the judge said? Well, I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of African Americans don't register to vote. They don't have license, so we can't locate them. I wanted to say, you a damn lie. I am 55 years old. At the time, I was 52, I think. I've never been called. My parents never been called. My sister never been called. My brother never been. The only one in my family ever been called for jury duty was my son David. He was called twice. And he didn't even want to do it. So when they asked him a question, he didn't even know what was going on. He just bluntly said, they innocent. Out the blue, they innocent. They said, why you say that? Because they innocent. They said, you can go home. Thank you. And he left. So, of course they're going to believe she's a drug dealer because that's what they think about us. I don't know very many people, though. This is how I think it's a setup. Where does safe come from, for one? And she's a college student. No money was found. I can understand marijuana, but when you said meth, when they said meth, that don't match with African American people. I'm sorry. I'm just being real. Most African American people, if they selling anything, they ain't selling no damn meth. You know what I'm saying? They dealing with the coca plant. So I just don't see that happening. And I don't even see, unless she had another Caucasian boyfriend before him. Because that's how they get down. That's what they use a lot. And it seems like that's her flavor. But I still don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Where the jury's thing of cause and effect of what happened to her. Because the defense lawyers are saying they trying to blame anybody for it. Can you say it was him? You don't know it was him. Yeah, he was in the air. You can't say it was him, though. Okay, well, how does he explain coming off of a bus in the wee hours of the morning after a date night? How can you explain that? Another thing is this, you gotta pay attention. They're going to try to portray her as a nice girl, nice school girl going to college for criminal justice during the day, and either a drug dealer,
family,
or a drug user by night. You watch. I've seen how this play out. Once you bring drugs into the whole equation, regardless if they have anything to do with it or not, people look at the case and they look at that person differently. Why would you have drugs in the house? Why would you have drugs in a safe? When the drugs are in the safe, how much drugs was it? They ain't went into that. See what I'm saying? They're gonna try to make this girl as if she was killed because she was a drug dealer or she was doing something illegal with drugs, either distributing them or
I need y'all to push the like button. Come on, guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bring up the cartel or some kind of craziness. This is messed up. The state need to start coming with some hard evidence on this guy.
The state not finna come with nothing, Steve. Let me tell you, all these people work together, people. All these folks work together. If you ain't noticed that from the Diddy trial, this is why, let me tell y'all why I'm going so hard, not defending Diddy, but defending his constitutional rights. This is what y'all misunderstand. If it's not people that understand what Diddy is going through, they're going to do it to other people. So we have to make them stand on the law that they made. We have to make sure Diddy gets his due process if you like him or not. You know why it's important, black folks? Because y'all still believe I'm taking up for Diddy. No, I'm taking up for every brown person constitutional rights. If they can get away with doing that to a billionaire and don't allow him due process, what the heck they gonna do to my son Gino, your son, somebody else's son? If they can do it to a billionaire, we ain't got nothing coming. And if we sit here and uphold it, oh, it's gonna be easier and easier to take our rights away. In a minute, we gonna find ourselves back in shackles if y'all don't stand 10 toes down and have a voice for the right thing. Y'all too busy remembering somebody whooping on you. Y'all too busy remembering you being a victim, so you just want to see this black man go to jail. It's like, okay, I'm asking everybody that watched Diddy, why do Diddy deserve life in prison? You don't want everybody telling me, you know he killed Kim Porter. You see how you lying? If I knew he killed Kim Porter, why the police don't know he killed Kim Porter? We don't know nothing but hearsay. And y'all want people to go to jail off hearsay. So when it comes around to us being violated like this woman, we don't get no justice. Because our people too busy let shit fly by. Off of hearsay. Y'all don't know Diddy no more than I know Diddy. Y'all don't know what Diddy do on a daily basis. You don't know if these people lying on this man. The only thing y'all know about Diddy is he whooped Cassie behind. That's the only thing we know. And we really don't know that. We only know we seen on that video in the hallway. That's the only thing we really got on Diddy, if you think about it. But now y'all too busy, you taking up for that. I'm not taking up for nothing. I'm taking up for my black sons, my brother, myself. Because if they do that to Diddy, I ain't got nothing coming.
If not, because they saying this thing's supposed to go 2 weeks. At the slow roll they going, with that information put out that she had drugs or in her possession in her apartment and stuff. Because, I mean, if you look at the defense system...
You're right, Miss Joyce.
They ain't really objecting a lot of stuff that's being said. There's no banter between attorneys back and forth. They're just letting the state talk. The state gonna have to come with some more than what they got right now. Because I seen it. They're trying to play it to where she was a bad person. You know, because once they show drugs, it make people look at you differently. Now they start saying, oh, she was a bad person. Her apartment was messy. She's 19 damn years old. A lot of 19-year-olds keep messy apartments, especially first places. Hell, I did. You understand what I'm saying? But they're not going to look at that. The big thing is drugs and the word meth. Because a lot of people can resonate with that. It's a bad drug. And only people that use meth are bad people. You watch, they're gonna try to paint her like she was some type of drug dealer, drug distributor, drug user, and that's somebody came and tried to rob her or somebody.
Thank you, love. I'm really pissed off for real, y'all. I know y'all want to hear the rest of the video. I'm gonna let you in a minute. You know what pisses me off? Because my people don't have no form of unity at all. We don't have no loyalty. We don't protect each other. We don't make sure our people get due process. We don't show no love. This man allegedly cut that beautiful black woman. Do you see that woman? 19-year-old girl. Y'all talking about Cassie. This girl, 19. Now, this is what you call a victim. She's not here. And it wasn't by choice. It was her first date. That's a victim. This is what y'all don't understand. When you victim shaming. No, this is what a victim is. She never came back home. Her family had to get calls every day where they found a different body part all over Milwaukee. I don't even think they found her torso yet. And guess what the Caucasian race doing in Milwaukee? They taking up for their brother. Even though he allegedly cut up a person, they taking up for their brother. No matter what happens, they take up for their brother. Do you feel me? But what y'all doing with Diddy? Give him life. You don't see them doing that. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all do not see them ever doing it. You never gonna see Karen get on there and say, give him life. Never, even though he was the last person seen with this black woman and her body is all over Milwaukee. And all right, and they have the proof. He was last seen with her. Just like y'all seen Diddy kicking the Cassie in the hallway, they seen her talking to him at a restaurant. But guess what they do? He ain't do it. She was a drug dealer. She was a bad person. She had meth. They don't care she's dead.
To do something to her, and that's why she's dead. It has nothing to do with Maxwell Anderson. He just went out on a date with her. Shit. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. You gotta pay attention sometimes. One little thing, if they can get that to focus on that, they'll free somebody else. This is messed up. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. We'll cover this later on tonight.
Steve is a good guy to watch, y'all, if y'all want to watch about real life situations. He cover all the local news stuff that happens around the U.S. He's on it. I mean, he goes to court dates and everything. I'm gonna start following him more and sharing a lot of more of his videos. I'm gonna reach out to Steve on his email and ask him, is it okay if I show his videos? Because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube. But if the credit goes to Steve, it's called Dynamite Reasons Channel. I thought it was called Steve. But anyway, check him out. Let him know Unbreakable Strong Woman by Nina sent you over there. And I just wanted to make a point because everybody's so into Diddy getting life in prison. And I'm just going to be real with y'all. Y'all don't have to like me. I promise you. I ain't going to lose no sleep. But this is the dumbest trial with Sean Puffy Combs I ever seen in my life. This is like the worst trial, and it's a federal trial. This shit is so ridiculous to me. It's an embarrassment to the United States because other people watching this. Everybody all over this world that knew Puffy, I mean, ever heard of Bad Boy, they was waiting for this trial. United States, I don't know what it is. This past year, we have been made a mockery of. This case is so horrible. If Monday they don't bring it, something wrong with the prosecutors. If they don't bring it Monday, this is week 4. They better have something so damn good. You hear me? They better make sure we see Justin Bieber on the stand. Somebody better bring it. Because they wasting taxpayers' money if they do not have nothing more than what he did to his girlfriend. This is not a domestic violent toxic relationship case. And that's all they're talking about. 2 people who was crazy, dangerously in love, toxic for each other, both on drugs, doing freaky crap, and a power-struck ass billionaire. I'm like, what the hell? I know this ain't all they got. All they talking about is Diddy was mean. Okay, quit. If your boss mean to you, what do? You quit. And if you stay there, who problem is that? So I don't even want to hear about Diddy being mean, overworking people. I mean, call your local city, your state, and complain about him overworking you. This ain't the time to be talking about on the stand 10 years later. This shit is absolutely ridiculous. And y'all think I'm taking it up for Diddy? No, it's right in your damn face that they're setting this man up. Y'all don't even see this shit. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad, Lord, I don't have blinders on. They setting the man up. They using these people that used to work for him, and they making them turn against them because the last girl, Mia, that ain't her name, she was reading a script. And Mia got her ass ate up by the defense attorney for lying. She got caught in so many lies. If I was the jurors right now, I'd be like, man, I'm done with this shit. I'm so done with this. But y'all sitting there, no, he needs to get life for kicking somebody. Y'all for real. No, did you see her mark on her eye? We can prove he did that. Did y'all see him do it? For real, I'm just being real. Life don't go that way. People just can't say you did some shit and you go to prison for it. They got to prove it. If Diddy say he didn't do it, damn it, how we gonna say he did it? We didn't see him do the shit. Yes, allegedly he killed Tupac and he has something to do with Biggie Small, Kim Porter, Prince, Michael. All that is hearsay. Can we prove it? No. You don't go to jail off what I think. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still think I'm taking up for Diddy. I'm like, no, until they show me some proof. And Tupac been gone 27 years and they ain't showed us shit. How all of a sudden with Diddy getting in trouble, here come the damn theory, you know Diddy did it. So why would he hear this shit 27 years ago? You know what I'm saying? Why would he hear this shit 27 years ago? All of a sudden, he sued a liquor company. Now he killed Tupac. Because you know why? Oh, we got to make the black people mad. We got to bring up Biggie Small and Tupac. They love them. And we say he did that, they're going to turn on him too. And it worked. But see, what they didn't understand about black people, they didn't even have to go that far. They didn't have to go that far. All they had to do was show a black man on TV and say he did something, and black people go say he did it. Because black people hate each other. They don't understand how much black folks hate each other. Black folks love to see the next black person down. Floyd Mayweather losing everything. It's people celebrating. I'm glad he losing. Why are you glad that this man is going bankrupt? But that's the kind of heart black folks have. And then when I say that and I call it, you know what black people say to me? I get tired of people like you dogging your people. Well, it's about damn time somebody call y'all out on y'all shit. It's about damn time. Because y'all go around here dogging each other non-stop. And when somebody say you dogging each other, you get mad. You can't win with my people. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You can't live around them because you can't leave your house unattended without have cameras all around your house because they'll break in your shit and take it. I'm just being real. You can't live around on white folks because they might kill you and do something to you because they don't want you in the neighborhood. Who do you live with? I mean, damn, do we just go on a farm somewhere way out in the country by our damn selves? It's like, where do you go? I'm going to tell you the best neighborhood I ever lived in, and I'm going to be real. I lived around most of Hispanic people, and it was some white people, it was some black, it was a mixture. And we all was in the same tax bracket, and it was the best neighborhood I ever lived in. And when we see each other to this day, we all hug each other. We still family. I remember they invited me to a pig roast. I'm like, what is a pig roast? I went across the street to the pig roast. The Mexicans was partying so hard, man. I thought I was at a New Edition concert. I said, oh shit, even though it was carnival music. I'm like, oh, it sounded like rap to me. We partied all night. They had a pig on the thing. I didn't eat that because I'm like, hell no. It's still a head on that bacon. No. I'm not eating that shit. So they asked me they wanted everybody to bring something that from their culture. I took my mama cornbread. I make some good cornbread. I took some cornbread, I took some fried chicken, and I took some greens. Do you know? I was the talk of the neighborhood to this day when they see me, Nina, with that cornbread and stuff. We go get some greens. I had them throwing down. And we used to have the best time of our lives. In the summertime, we sitting on each other's porch, drinking our wine, the men drinking the beer. I started talking in Spanish. Didn't know what the hell I was saying. They had me so drunk, I was talking in Spanish. I loved them. That's why I said I don't have a racist bone in my body. If you want to have a good time, and we don't see color, we see love. But can I do that with my people? Hell no. Every time I have an event and I invite people that's like me, it's always a damn problem. I'm just we arguing. There's somebody reminiscing on what grandmama did, and people want to fight. Then people got to leave. They got to go get weed. Somebody drunk too much drink. Why you making that much food? You didn't bring no ribs to the barbecue. It's always a problem. And then they would just up and leave the damn party. Oh, we finna go to the club. You mean I did all this and y'all finna leave? They would leave at 9 o'clock. Am I lying? You be like, I did all this shit and y'all about to leave. Yeah, we finna go see where the real party at. It ain't about party. It's about family and love right now. You can't do that with your people no more. When grandmama died, the family died with her. That's some real shit. Because grandmama was the glue. But what y'all don't get is I showed y'all this video because I want y'all to see how white folks stick together. This girl is dead, cut up in pieces, and they taking up for that white man. You don't see Karen on here talking about give him life. You don't see no videos floating around YouTube. Show me how many videos y'all done seen about white crime. And they commit crime just like we do. Show me a video where bloggers, white bloggers, are talking about their people. Show me. And if they do, it's for a quick second. We've been talking about Diddy for almost 2 years. 2 damn years. And when somebody like me try to bring a little light to some darkness, I'm the villain. Y'all love Tisha Tales. You know what I'm saying? You love somebody got their neck on the black man. You love that shit. And speaking of Tisha Tales, I heard she was down in New York just treating people bad. I don't know. Did not say this, so I don't know how true it is. But he said Tisha Tales was cutting in line. She was trying to take up for Gene Deal. She did Neek at Night really bad and disrespectful. And she looked at the night and was like, what you go do about it? She down there with her security being Billy Badass, checking people. You know, some people that's, you know, got a little look on them and a little status. They think they're above the law. They think they're above people. You know, and you don't treat folks like that. You know what I'm saying? They said she down there in New York clowning like she running the courthouse. And I'm so glad, thank you, Father God, Jesus, I'm not there. See, God do not make mistakes because people will be getting cussed out on live. You hear me? They will be getting cussed out live. I don't give a damn who you are. You are not finna disrespect me. Don't let YouTube fool your ass. I don't care about your security or nothing else. You would get your feelings hurt disrespecting me with this YouTube shit. This real life. Y'all playing. This real life. She playing detective and I'm a tattletale. Girl, this some real life ass shit. This somebody's life you dealing with. This shit ain't funny at all. I don't see nothing funny about this trial. Even though I be cracking jokes, this shit is sad. Do y'all think I really want to see Puffy? Just think how long we've been knowing Puffy Collins, y'all. We don't know him, but heard of Puffy. Just think of how long Puffy Collins been in people's household. Then when did Puffy start? Somebody give me what year did Puffy start? Do you know it's sad to see one of our black icons go down like this? We seen Eazy-E die from the ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? We seen Tupac get deleted. We seen Big get deleted. It's sad. This shit is not funny. Suge Knight, I hate to even see the way he went out. He's sitting there in jail. R. Kelly's sitting there in jail. Man, our people is leaving here, and y'all sitting there, yeah, lock them up. I ain't even gonna listen to R. Kelly music no more. But they still listen to Elvis ass. They still got Playboy Bunny Ranch posters all over their house. But y'all not gonna listen to R. Kelly. Y'all sound like some damn fools. They take up for theirs. We dog ours out. In a minute, it ain't gonna be no more of us. And then they laugh at us. You know what I'm saying? No matter what crime they do, they take up for them. There's no way that white girl should have walked for Papa and her boyfriend after the club and didn't even get a fine. It was an accident. But I went to trial twice off an accident for defending my daughter. Never been in trouble in my life over the age of 50. And they made sure they was going to stroke me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get it. Until you sitting in that seat, until you sitting there fighting for your rights, your due process, you can't identify what I'm saying. That feeling is horrible when you don't have no control of your life and you got 12 people looking at you that don't look like you for to determine your destiny. Man, that's the horrible feeling. Diddy has, I think it's only 2 black girls up there. And everybody else white, or maybe one is Hispanic. So the other 9 are white folks. They don't know nothing about our culture 9 times out of 10. They don't know nothing about the Crooks. All they know is this is an evil black man who get high and beat a half-white woman. Lock him up. But let that have been Shaquanda. No, let that been Sade, the girl we just watched. Let that been Sade on the stand, her brown skin, talking about what Diddy did to her. Them white folks will be up there rolling their eyes. Well, maybe she deserved it. You know why them Memphis cops got off for deleting the young man in Memphis, Tennessee? You know why they got off? Y'all seen them Memphis cops beat the hell out that boy. We watched it with our own eyes. Do you know why they got off? Because he was black. Another one, bite the damn dust. They don't care about them killing a black man. They all got off of beating the hell out the boy. On national TV, beat him to death. And walked. Let that have been little Johnny. Oh, they would get the chair. The feds would have took over. Them officers about to be back on the streets. And y'all all for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all not paying attention. You're just not paying attention. Donald T, he going in, he pardoning everybody. But you know what? I can't be mad at Uncle D. And I'm calling him Uncle D because I ain't supposed to be saying his name. You know the only reason I'm not mad at Uncle D about him pardoning people, even though he shouldn't pardon a lot of folks that he's been pardoning because they just horrible, horrible individuals. He's doing that because he feel like the government did him bad. He feel like he didn't deserve 34 felonies. So they allows a guy with 34 felonies to make him a criminal get a hold of the Constitution. So I can't even be mad at him because I don't know what I might do. If somebody just charged me 34 times and I don't think I did something, I might get up there and want vengeance too. And say, F y'all law. That's what Uncle D doing right now. He said, F the Constitution, F the government. Even though I'm running this bullshit, F all this shit. I'm going to do what I want to do because the United States is full of shit. That's how he feel about it. And this is why he said he's contemplating of going to get Diddy. He said, I hate, this was his words, I hate to see the law falsely accuse people and mistreat people because they did it to him. That's how he feel. So he's going to go get your boy. I promise you. He said, even Diddy, me and Diddy was good friends. And then I became the president, and Diddy said some horrible, horrible things to me. But that's still my buddy. He's going to forgive Diddy, and he's going to go get Diddy, and he's going to take a picture smiling with Diddy, because that's how y'all president get down. He don't give a damn what y'all got to say. He's pissed off that people tried to put him in prison. So he said, F the Constitution, F y'all laws, all this bull crap. I'm finna change everything. Fuck the United States. Your president saying that. So I get what he doing. Y'all might not get what he doing. I get what he's doing. And then he's trying his best not to look racist. So he gotta go pardon some black people. He pardoned a black woman last time he was in office. Kodak Black, T.I. I mean, he did a lot of shit. Then he just went and got NBA, is his name NBA Youngboy? Larry Hoover, he's still working towards getting Larry Hoover. So he looking like, fuck it, I'm finna go get everybody. Who else got to get out? I wish he had a hotline where I can call. Listen, my nephew named Sean Mayberry. Can you go get him? And my son Gino is facing some charges, sir. Could you help me out? Because I sure will call him. I hope he see this video. Sean Mayberry in the state of prison. In the state of Michigan prison. Eugene Williams in Grand Rapids County Jail. Could you go get my people? Because I feel the same way about a lot of the Constitution shit that's going on. These laws is horrible. They change them to fit their agenda. Justice, just us. That's what it means. Just us. Not your ass, Nina. It's just us. Y'all don't understand what's going on. That's why I go hard for Diddy. And it ain't because I dislike women. It ain't because I dislike Cassie. It ain't none of that. First of all, I'm hard on women. Let me tell you why I'm hard on women. And I did this to the same thing that Gino's girlfriend. I do it to my son David's girlfriend. I look them girls dead in their eyes and say, you pissing me off because you don't require shit from my sons, and now they slacking. This is not how I raised them. So now they slacking because you don't require shit and you're not making them do shit. A woman can ruin a man. This is what y'all don't understand. If you don't require that man to do nothing, if you don't force that man to do nothing, the man gonna be a sorry ass individual because he can sit down, he can drive your car, he can eat your food stamps, he can stay in your Section 8 unit, so he don't have no initiative or no get up about himself to get your ass off the system. So he go live on the system with you because you don't require for him to help you get off the system. So I look at them girls be like, I'm pissed off because y'all not pushing them hard enough. And their dad, his mama used to get mad at me because I was pushing him too hard. You know, I told y'all he had addiction. So she would say stuff like this to me. Well, every time he comes back to you guys together, he always go back into his addiction because you're just too hard. You want too much. I want too much from a grown-ass man. That's something you should have installed in him a long time ago. I shouldn't even be pushing him to be a man. He should have been a man before I met him. But see, that's what I get for dealing with a Build-A-Bear. Don't get me wrong, he had a lot of potential and he had a good job. He just couldn't stay consistent because of his addiction. So without that addiction, he's the bomb. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sitting there enabling him more. His mom was enabling him because we pampering him because of an addiction. Until his sister said something to me and I finally did it. It took me 25 years to do what his sister told me to do. You know what his sister told me to do? She said, cut him off. I'm looking at her like, what? She said, he ain't gonna change, get clean, do nothing until you cut him off. She said, and then you make him wait a whole year away from you to prove himself. She said, a year ain't number 12 months. If he can't prove himself in 12 months, and she said, what I mean by proving himself, if he love you like he said he love you, that Negro will go get him a place, his own car, he'll keep that same job, and he'll stay single to show you, I want to date you, I want to court you, I want to show you I love you. I don't need another woman in my life. I'm fixing myself right now. Because I want to show you I am the right man for you and these kids. And it took me 25 years to make him do that. And by the time I got to that point, we was depleted. We really didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty much over. But I say these to this woman. That's why I'm mad at Cassie. Cassie, Diddy couldn't have been doing none of that shit with you if you wouldn't have allowed him to do the shit. The first day you got a sign about Diddy, you should have left. I don't want to hear he groomed you, the Stockholm syndrome, whatever, Stockholm syndrome. I don't want to hear none of that shit because it takes time to be groomed. It takes time to have Stockholm syndrome. It takes time. That shit don't happen in 24 hours. That means you allowed somebody to get in your dome over and over and over again until you fell for the bullshit and now you stuck. Nah, it takes time to get in. I knew the signs when I was mental abused. I seen the sign from the door when I was called a bitch for the first time. I should have known, like, hold up. I don't let females call me a bitch. I ain't never let anybody call me a bitch. But you know what? He got potential. What? I should be like, oh, I'm going to show you what a bitch can do. Don't call me no more. Don't call me no more. You know who I respect that did that is famous? Let me tell y'all who did that was famous. Do y'all remember Chili was dating Usher? Chili from TLC? She told Usher, I can deal with a lot of stuff, but I've been through hell with Austin. What's his name? Houston? Dallas Houston. Well, his name was Dallas or whatever. She said, I've been through a lot with Dallas. I got a son by Dallas. Dallas done cheated on me so many times. I don't have time for the bullshit. So I can deal with anything besides a cheater. You hear me? And a liar. What did Usher do? He cheated allegedly with a stripper. As soon as Chili found out, Chili was gone. Dallas Austin. Chili was gone. Usher could not even believe he couldn't even cry his way back. I'm done. One time she was out. And here come the song. This is my confessions. Sing all you want to. And she still don't mention Usher. To this day, she like, I told that Negro, I'm not dealing with no cheat no more. She meant that shit. And she had Usher at his prime. She was older than Usher. He cheated, she was done. I do apologize. Okay? And I'm not supposed to be cursing on my channel anyway. So thank you for checking me. Normally I get mad and go off on you, Marcus. But I'm going to respect what you're saying. I have to stop cursing. But I'm mad tonight because I look at Cassie and I see a beautiful woman who should have been modeling. You know, who should have been doing a lot of things besides running to Diddy, trying to be a superstar when she knows she couldn't even damn it sing. I hate that. Cassie, you could have been anything. Cassie, you was going to school for psychology. You could have stayed in school, girl. Stay in school. You didn't have to be chasing these older men for their money. Was it worth it? Even with the No, it was not worth it. I have to go. Y'all have some calls coming in, but I hope y'all understand where I'm coming from. I'm praying for Diddy and Cassie for deliverance because when you have an addiction, you don't. And my daughter is not going to stop calling me, so pray for her because I'm going to slap fire out of her. You hear me, TK? Love you, Miss Joyce. Please remember to push like, share, subscribe, watch 2 videos. You got tonight and tomorrow. Y'all ain't doing nothing. It's the weekend. Make sure y'all pray for my son, Eugene. I'm going to have to do a GoFundMe for him to get him an attorney. He goes to court Tuesday. Please, please send some good energy to Grand Rapids, Michigan. Because, like I said, if my son did this and he was at himself, I wouldn't even be coming to y'all. But somebody did something to my child. And he's in the hole right now in the jail. He fought his roommate. I just called the jail and told them that he needs to be by himself. I said, because he might spaz out and think the person in there with him is trying to get him. She went and talked to him, y'all. Called me and said, well, he seemed to be okay. Do y'all know it wasn't 2 hours later, I'm talking to Eugene on the phone, and they got tablets now in their room where they talking, so you can hear the roommate. So I'm like, who is you talking to? He said, I'm about to knock him out. I'm like, who? This dude right here, because he won't leave the room and let me use the bathroom, mama. And then he looking at me. I said, Gino, pray. I'm praying, peace be still, peace be still. Then he has to do, why you got that pistol in your hand? And then he hung up. He beat the dude up and went to the hole. I just told the counselor. Did she listen to me? No. Nobody's listening to me. And I'm telling them over and over, something is wrong with my son. They keep saying, well, we didn't find nothing wrong with him. Man, come on, man. I'm so sick of the book smart shit. Just pray for me, please. Pray that God renews my son's mind. That's what everybody pray for. Eugene Williams, 4/11/99. Pray for renewal of his mind. I'd rather for him to have his mind, I hate to say this, than have his freedom right now. Lord, bring back his mind. Because when you lose your mind, you don't have nothing. So all I'm asking y'all is to pray for renewal of his mind. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Make sure you push like. There's 100 people that have not pushed it. And I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. God bless. Have a good night. Bye.